Morning students, welcome to chemistry online class. So in previous class we are discussing about Bohr's postulates. So now I am going to continue that class. Okay. So postulates of Bohr's atomic model we are going to discuss. Postulates of Bohr's atomic model, already we discussed some postulates. So Bohr's atomic model. Bohr's atomic model postulates we are discussing. Postulates we are discussing. In previous class we discussed some postulates. After that I am continuing. So what we discussed in previous class means briefly I explained. According to Bohr, in hydrogen atom, electron revolve around the nucleus in circular path. These paths are called orbits. Okay. These orbits are denoted by 1, 2, 3, 4 or KLMN shells. Okay. Next, in these orbits, energy is fixed. That's why these are called fixed energy levels. See, next postulate, when electron revolving in that particular orbit, it having angular momentum. Angular momentum is nothing but the product of mvr, means mass of the electron, velocity of the electron, radius of the electron. mvr, the angular momentum mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. What I mean to say, according to Bohr, the angular momentum of an electron when it is revolving in that particular orbit is equal to n into h by 2 pi. Okay. See, angular momentum of an electron, angular momentum of an electron is given by mvr equal to n into h by 2 pi. N into h by 2 pi. Here you have to know m equal to mass of electron, v equal to velocity of electron, then r equal to radius of orbit, radius of orbit, n equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. That is nothing but a principal quantum number, principal quantum number. Then h is equal to Planck's constant, then pi, you know, that is a 22 by 7, this is equal to 3.14 radians. So this is postulates of next postulate of Bohr's atomic model. When electron revolving in that particular orbit, it having a angular momentum. The angular momentum of an electron is an integral multiples of nh by 2 pi. That is, angular momentum of an electron is given by mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. So you have to note this point. It is a beautiful point. Okay. Next postulate. Next, when electron revolving in a particular orbit, it neither lose energy nor gain energy. When electron revolves in particular orbit, it neither lose energy nor gain energy. It neither lose energy nor gain energy. So it is called stationary orbit. Hence it is called stationary orbit. Okay. See next, when electron revolves in particular orbit, it neither lose energy nor gain energy. Hence these orbits are called stationary. Hence it is called, and these orbits are called stationary orbit. Next, one more point. If electron jumps from lower to higher, energy is absorbed. If electron jumps from higher to lower, energy is emitted. Okay. So if electron jumps from lower orbit to higher orbit, lower orbit to higher orbit, it absorbs energy. It absorbs energy. In the same way, if electron jumps from higher orbit to lower, higher orbit to lower, then it emits energy. So this is it is nothing but a absorption spectrum, it is nothing but a emission spectrum. Next, the energy difference between the two orbits. If electron absorbs energy or if electron emits energy, whatever it may be, the energy difference between the two orbits is nothing but a change in energy, that is nothing but delta E. Now the energy difference between two orbits is given by here energy difference between two orbits is given by delta E. Delta E equal to E2 minus E1, that is equal to H nu. Nu equal to C by lambda, that equal to H C by lambda, means delta E equal to H C by lambda. Here E2 equal to higher orbit, E1 equal to lower orbit. Okay. So these are the postulates given by Bohr's about a hydrogen atom. About hydrogen atom. Okay. Then we are going to discuss Bohr's explanation on hydrogen spectrum. It is a very important. Bohr's explanation on Bohr's explanation on hydrogen spectrum or Bohr's explanation to hydrogen spectrum. Bohr's explanation to hydrogen spectrum. Okay. How Bohr's explained a different series of different series of lines are formed in hydrogen spectrum means Bohr beautifully explained. Now we are going to discuss. That is nothing but Bohr's explanation on hydrogen spectrum. See, first point, hydrogen having one electron and one proton in its ground state. Why? Because its atomic number is 1. See, hydrogen atomic number is 1, means it having one electron and one proton in the ground state. In the ground state. In the ground state, hydrogen atomic number is 1, one electron, one proton in the ground state. Okay. Next, when electron absorbs energy, when electron, we are giving some energy now. So hydrogen gas is passed through silent electric discharge, which is nothing but a electric discharge tube. If you pass electricity through the discharge tube, then electricity can be absorbed by the electron present in the hydrogen atom. That is nothing but when electron absorbs energy, when electron absorbs energy going to higher energy, higher orbits. So when electron absorbs energy going for higher energy levels, going to higher energy levels or going to higher orbits, going to higher orbits, which is unstable, going to higher orbits which is unstable. When it come back to ground state, it emits energy. When electron comes back to ground state, emits energy, So here emits energy. Due to this emission energy, different spectral lines are formed in hydrogen spectrum. When the electron comes back to ground state, it emits energy. It emits energy. Due to this emission, many spectral lines are formed in hydrogen spectrum. Due to this emission, many spectral lines are formed. Okay, hydrogen atomic number is 1. This is the Bohr's explanation on hydrogen spectrum, very important. So this is important, and postulates also important for 8 marks. Hydrogen atom having 1 electron and its atomic number is 1, it having 1 electron 1 proton in the ground state. When electron absorbs energy going to higher orbits, so which is unstable, when electron comes back to ground state, it emits energy. Due to this emission, many spectral lines are formed in hydrogen spectrum. Many spectral lines are formed in hydrogen spectrum. They are Lyman series. They are Lyman, Balmer, Passion, Brocket, and Fund series are formed, and fund series. Okay, now we are going to make a table with these spectral lines. What is the n1 value, what is the n2 value, and which region is obtained. So here serial number, name of the series n1 lower orbit, n2 higher orbit, and a region, and a spectral region. Okay, now we are going to make a table. Okay, see serial number 1, first series, name of the series is Lyman. N1 value is 1, N2 value is a 2 comma 3 comma 4 and so on. It is a UV region, ultra violet region. It is nothing but a UV region. Then second one is nothing but a bomber. N1 value is a 2 for bomber. So N2 value is it is N1 and N2. So N2 value is 3 comma 4 comma 5 and so on. It is a visible region. It is a visible region. Then third one, passion. Then it is nothing but a 3. It is a 4 comma 5 comma 6 and so on. Then it is a near infrared, means IR. IR means infrared. Okay. Next one is a fourth series. Is nothing but a bracket. Fourth series is nothing but a bracket. So here 4, next 5, 6 and 7 so on. It is a far IR. Far IR means infrared. Next fifth one is nothing but a passion. Fund series. So here atomic number is a lower orbit N1 value 5, 6, 7, 8 like this. Then spectral region is so it is nothing but IR, not for IR. IR means it is IR and it is far IR. Okay, this is the way different spectral series are formed in hydrogen spectrum, which was explained by Bohr's theory. Next, how these series are formed in hydrogen spectrum means due to transmission of electron from higher to lower, these series are formed. Now I am going to explain with help of a flow chart how electrons are flowed. I am going to explain with help of a flow chart. The flow chart I am going to draw. Okay, see here, it is N1 value, N equal to 1, it is N equal to 2, it is N equal to 3 means third orbit, it is N equal to 4 means fourth orbit, it is N equal to 5 means fifth orbit, it is N equal to 6 and it is N equal to 7 means seventh orbit. So here energy will be increases. Energy will be increases. How these spectral lines are formed in hydrogen spectrum means when electron jumps from higher to first orbit. So Lyman series is formed when electron jumps from higher orbit to first, then sixth to first, then fifth to first, okay, then fourth to first, then third to first, then second to first. Lyman series is formed. Lyman series is formed. Then when electron jumps from higher orbit to second orbit, then Balmer series is formed. Balmer series is formed. Then when electron jumps from higher orbit to third orbit, then Paschen series is formed. Paschen series is formed. When electron jumps from higher orbit to fourth orbit, then Brocket series is formed. Brocket series is formed. When electron jumps from higher orbit to fifth orbit, then it is nothing but a Fund series is formed. Fund series is formed. It is for IR region. It is IR region. It is near IR region. It is visible region. It is a visible region. It is ultraviolet region. See, this is nothing but a UV region. It is a UV region. This is the way flowchart is given by Bohr for explaining hydrogen spectrum. So, for calculating wave number in these spectral lines, for calculating wave number and wave length, wave number nu bar and wave length lambda, Rydberg's given a equation. Rydberg given a equation, that is nu bar equal to 1 by lambda, that equal to R into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Here nu bar is nothing but wave number, lambda is nothing but a wavelength, R equal to constant value, that is the Rydberg's constant, R equal to Rydberg constant, that is a 1,09,677 centimeter minus 1. Okay. Here n1 is the lower orbit, n2 is the higher orbit. n1 equal to lower orbit, next n2 equal to higher orbit. Okay. This is briefly Bohr's postulates explanation of hydrogen spectrum. Okay. So here this is the series and it is the series. We may calculate a wave number and a wavelength for each series. So the equation is a nu bar equal to 1 by lambda, that equal to R into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Nu bar twisted V. Okay. Thank you. Got it? We'll meet you tomorrow.